to ValoRec. We have another match coming each night. It's going to be the Masters Premade match, Beta Division versus Dinghy. Both teams 4-0, looking to stake their claim in our finals next week. And I mean, very standard comps coming out of both teams. Nothing too fancy. They want to go straight and, you know, very straightforward basically with how everything's going to work for this match.
Yeah, so you got Dinghy on the offense, the attacking round first, Beta Division here on the defense of Ascent. It's going to be looking like Dinghy wants to hit this mid quickly. And yes, Chico's going to be able to Asimov be able to first pick. Addison finds Basil again, but Gragus able to even the numbers just a little bit, but Chico goes up towards Heaven, finds the second pick. And it's going to be a 2v4 already off the bat for Dinghy. Zambi, they try to get anything, is able to find the jet, only brought health. Door pressure. It's going to be good for Cisco. They're able to grab one pick. It's actually now a 2v2. Huge picks from the defense on the retake already. These last two attackings are split up. Zambi able to get one. Cisco able to grab the other one. Excellent from the duo from Beta Division, able to get that retake so cleanly, and it's going to be pistol round here on set one for Beta Division.
Yeah, I mean, just what a retake. The 2v4 coming out, able to just isolate all the gunfights and pick them off one by one. Zambi picking the one off there on Heaven, on to Jico. Picks that one up early. That's going to be like Sheriff's Spy basically out for the attacking side for Dinghy, but I mean, the retake was just so good. Cisco with two, Zambi with two again. And Gringus got one earlier, so that's going to be a couple rifles, 3 Spectres going into this round now. As you're going to see Sheriffs across the board for the attacking side. We're going to see where they're going to end up going with it.
Yep, defense is going to have a very good purchase going into this next round. And it seems like Dinghy's going to go the same strategy, pushing mid really quickly. But it's instead Schwaz able to get the first pick on Basil as they push out super aggressive towards the catwalk side, and it looks like they're just going to keep with that aggression. Gragus is going to fall, and Schwaz is able to bring it to, but Asimov on that Guardian, the jet player, able to get 3 kills. Has to turn around as 2 players are already on the site, but without the spike, not much can be done for the last 2 members. Addison and the jet. Addison good for 1. Ooh, what a shot. Takes down Cisco from Heaven. Sova goes down. And Asimov is very low on that jet. Maybe watch the angle.
Both players are here, though. They know both players are here, but they have to aggress into this, unfortunately. Going to pick up a Bulldog, though. And it's now all going to be on Addison. Not long for the world. Asimov with 4 in the round as well. I mean, it was pretty successful considering you just bought Sheriffs across the board. If you're the side of Dinghy, you take out 3 rifles, remove armor on another player. Asimov went extremely low in that round, but it's going to be okay. But actually, Beta doesn't have enough money to buy rifles here.
Yep, they're going to choose to save this, treat this as a true bonus round. You know, understanding they're going to have 3 pistols, but really it's that mid aggression. Basil and Gragus pushed out towards B, pushed out towards A mid. Trying to get any mid pressure, but gets their heads taken off cleanly. And Gragu, and then, you know, the jet's able to stay alive. Asimov able to hold the round down, but 2 people surviving. And now is this time, Dinghy looking like they want to go the opposite direction. Goes towards that beat side, but Cisco's already waiting there. They're able to get the first pick with a ghost in hand. Absolutely huge stuff as Goose is going to hold himself towards the catwalk. Going to walk out mid, find no one, and Cisco finds a second kill with the ghost against the rifles. The site is going to be granted towards B, but Boathouse isn't cleared out. Zambi able to get 1, goes for the second one, able to find it. Chris gets 1, but Gragus is there for the trade, and the bonus is given to Beta Division.
We get 4 rifles out of it as well. They retrieve all the weapons necessary, so it's big plays coming out of Beta. Because, yeah, they just pick up everything that they need, basically, in that round. They're going to have full rifles, and that's going to be Dinghy now on an eco buy here.
Wonderful stuff for Beta Division. Dinghy didn't really decide to go hard with the B exact, but they run into a problem. Gets 2 players go down with that ghost to Sova. Absolutely huge for them. And now they're bound to Sheriffs again. But you saw what they did on round 2 with the Sheriffs. Able to take down 2 players right off rip. But this time, Beta Division playing a little more disciplined with the weapon upgrade, deciding to just play a little slower, not wanting to give these rifles up towards the side of Dinghy. Playing it slow is the offense. Looking towards that mid pressure. Cisco jump peeking, trying to find anything. But it's going to be Asimov going to get aggressive. The 1v1's won by the Jet. Chris Slayer falls. And it'll immediately be a person's advantage for Beta Division. Schwaz looks like they want to get aggressive, but the Jet dash is there for Asimov. The dash able to get them out of trouble. And Gargoose is able to find Will over on the A side, who got a little too aggressive. Not clearing out all the angles, perhaps. And now it's going to be 3 members for Dinghy remaining. Schwartz looking to get aggressive. Does get the headshot on Asimov. What a shot, but it's brought down to Basil. No health. And Basil's there for the trade. 2 players left for Dinghy. Occasions might get spotted out. No, they're going to be able to hide from the dart, but with 30 seconds remaining, it's just going to be up to Addison as Jico pushes out, finds nothing. And it's up to the Omen to see what they can do. Does have the in the shadows, but on a save round like this, really not much you're going to want to do. Just looking to get some econ damage.
Yeah, we're going to see. I mean, you're going to poke around the corner into the turret. And the mollies are going to go out. Not a whole lot Baby Ace able to do. Just has to deal with Zambi on the side. He's going to walk right out into it. Zambi's going to pick that one up. That's going to be another round going to the side of Beta as they pick up round number 4. And now the rifle should be coming back out for the side of Dinghy. Want to see where they want to take this attack. So far has not been going very well. I'm interested to see where they're going to make this first play, where they're going to aggress. So far, Beta's just locking it down. Players going huge across the board, so you want to see now Dinghy with the rifles in hand should now be able to start making the plays for themselves, as well as some ultimates coming online there. KO, one away. Addison, you know, has one. Jico, one off knives. So some tools to work with.
Asimov with the operator could immediately be holding Kyle's control. The dart's not going to spot anything, and the operator shot misses. Jico not able to get the first pick, but Jico pushing the smoke. Cisco, they're able to find the first pick. And Dinghy now lost a ton of mid pressure because that alarm bot has still not been triggered. And looking like the spike leaning towards this B site, but they're just going to fire a couple shots back out of B main. No one holding A main. It's really that Omen just watching the angle, making sure no one's pushing too far, but all of Beta Division is playing very far back. And Schwartz wants to invest this null command already, taking down the turret, finding null command. Cisco is very low, so if they're able to get that pick, that would be absolutely huge. But they're going to walk past the Sova. Cisco's good for one, tries to go for another one, but Will's watching the angle, and meanwhile, at mid, Addison's able to pick up another pick.
Oh, the spike's down, though.
Gonna be
Spike didn't make it to the site.
Yeah, and it's going to be out in the open. But Basil's holding this down. Basil is holding this down. Addison has to come up huge. But Zambi's there watching the angle. Schwaz falls. Will falls, and it's just down to the Omen. Dodges the spike, able to get one pick, but the double peek is going to be too good. Asimov with the operator finds the Omen. And that's going to be 5 on the round for Beta Division. It got a little scary, but a clean round nonetheless.
I mean, it definitely started out okay in that round. I mean, the ult commitment as well, and heading down highway, getting the clearing of the site worked out. The problem is that they kind of left the spike behind. The player with the spike didn't make it there. And the fact that they had to turn around and go back and get it just caught those players in a really awkward position because they were already so deep into the site. And then you have to come back out, and all the players from Beta Division had already rotated over to cover that spike. So again, really awkward position. It's going to be, once again, pistols and sheriffs really for the side of Dinghy, who so far have not really been able to get anything going.
You're absolutely right about that, and it's going to be a really patient play. Asimov looking, was getting aggressive, but it's going to get spotted out, having to jump out of there with that operator, and it's going to look like all 5 members of Dinghy are going to push this A main. No need for a split. They know they have the weapons advantage, looking like they just go for a really quick hit. Flash comes out. The knives are going to be out, but the operator shot almost gets the collateral, but Will's going to be the first one to fall. And Basil picks up 2, one with the Molly, one with the Vandal. Asimov finds themselves another pick, and it's just down to Addison once again. The span through the smoke means Addison really can't get anything done out of the site. And the money's so good for the side of Beta Division. Not even sure a pick would be even worth it. Just dying. It's going to be Addison's best pick, and it's going to be the only option. They're going to just kind of jiggle the angle, expecting some aggression. But they're going to get picked out. It's going to be 3 on the round for Basil. And as we're halfway through this defense for Beta Division, they have been flawless.
Yep, I'm pretty sure this was Beta Division's map pick as well, so they are definitely looking strong on their own selected map. I mean, as of right now, 8-2. Zambia is yet to die as well. Ultimates online across the board. You got 3 ults available for Beta. I mean, they're just looking so good so far, and really just Dinghy. I don't know. I mean, you can't even say they're out of ideas. They're just being outplayed right now in multiple spots, so looking forward to see. They're going to have guns. Should be where they get off. I mean, this would be a great place to start as well. Asimov looking for that peek with that op. Is just going to back away.
I can't use that.
Man, they were so confident. They didn't even have the dash. They just decided to keep pushing that. It's going to hold heaven. Flash comes out as only 2 members of Dinghy are going to hold this A main, and the rest are just going to be holding mid. Cisco looking to get some mid information. Not going to spot anything, actually. They think mid's clear, and it's going to draw 2 rotates over towards that B site, leaving B open practically. Just that jump peek all the way in the CT spawn for their KO. Spike still uncommitted with under a minute to go. So plenty of time if you're the side of Dinghy to decide whether you want to hit this B site or this A site. But Asimov winning the jet 1v1. Chico trying to get out. And it's going to be a person's disadvantage for Dinghy once again. Door's going to close on the A site.
They're now going to start moving, but you really wanted to see this a little bit earlier because once your player goes down, Jico, they know that A's relatively clear, which means now it's just going to be swarming on towards B. They're going to pick up Cisco. That's going to be huge. It's now all going to be on Grey Goose in the back, but Basil's able to find Addison, so the smokes are down. Bomb is going to be planning on the site, and they're able to find Grey Goose, so this is huge. This is a huge one right now. They're going to pick up the
seconds
KO
remaining.
as well,
They're finally able to get the spike down.
3v2
Yep.
here.
Low for Zambi and a little bit low for Asimov, and that spray through is not going to be good, but the crossfire is too good. Schwaz and Will able to pick up 2 kills, but Basil with the 3K. Able to clutch the round out with 3 health left and keep this flawless ascent going. Finally showing some cracks in the defense, but Dinghy unable to get over the line. Basil a little too good with it. Able to find all 3 members of Dinghy left onto the site. And 7 on the board for Beta Division. I want to see a timeout from Dinghy this round or the next. They have not been able to have a good attacking round at all whatsoever. And there's that timeout from Jico. I mean, I can't say Beta's just been playing absolutely flawless on their defense. They've been holding their mains perfectly. They've been aggressive when they needed to. And really, they've been letting Dinghy create the tempo of the map, and Dinghy's decided to either play it really slow or play really fast, and Beta has gotten the read every single time. Whether it's that A split, whether it's that all 5 push through B main, Beta has just been on top of it. And even if first picks goes to Dinghy, which has happened multiple times, Beta Division is able to trade things out or surround the players and create a disadvantage just for Dinghy despite getting a person's advantage.
I mean, just overall, I mean, it's been just so good for the side of Beta. You're going to see Dinghy here. I mean, basically, I just want to see more reaction out of Dinghy, right? Like, you lose Jico over towards A. You want to try to, like, you've lost that control on that half of the map. You want to regain the control somewhere else. You want to see them be able to, like, move through mid, move through B main, do like a split on towards B because everyone has moved away from there already. Jico's the only one over towards A. It's going to be another Jet v Jet here, it looks like. As it looks like they're actually going to buy into this round. There's going to be Bulldog. They're all just down to $0. There is no money available right now for Dinghy. So we're going to see where they're going to take it. If that's an early pick. That's going to be an early pick. For D, it looks like.
That mid pressure absolutely huge. But Basil's able to trade it out. Jico, the jet falls again. But it's really going to be this B side that Dinghy's going to be looking towards. They've already pushed out through main, but are yet to get onto the site. Just watch holding this lane. Dart's gonna come out, won't be able to spot anything. Gragoose go for 1 in the flick, able to grab Chris. What a shot! Meanwhile, in mid, Schwartz able to grab another pick. 3 for Gragoose. Finally goes down and leaves Addison in the 1v2. What a strange series of events that just happened on this B site. Gragoose able to hold down the site as long as they can, leaving the Omen by themselves. And Addison might get a lineup, able to get 1, but the operator shot from Asimov, too good. double peek for the side of Beta Division brings them to 8, and Dinghy are now completely broke. They forced up on that last round, understanding they need to get something. But now
I mean, it's getting
they're
closer.
on the back foot.
It is definitely getting closer, and it looks like the side of Dinghy is going to be able to buy in with light shields. But they're bringing this closer. They're making dents in the money because they're forcing out a lot of rebuys. The last couple rounds have come down to basically 1v1 situations, which are basically requiring the players of Beta to go huge on the site. The anchors, in the form of Grey Goose, in the form of Zambi, are just going massive right now on the sites. As well as Asimov still has that op in play. That is going to be a dangerous weapon that they're once again going to be facing. It's going to be 4 rifles and a sheriff on Jico, it looks like here. As we're going to head, and once again...
Jico might be thinking of trying to get in that operator in a future round. But immediately, Schwa's able to get the first pick a second time in a row, and that's going to bring the null command out. Jico picks up the operator. Finally has a good gun.
It's going to deny the utility as well from Zambi here because of the suppression here. So nothing's going to be able to go off, and they're going to get in and out basically without much of an issue.
In the shadows for the Omen of Beta, but going to be immediately spotted out, taken down. Now, finally, Beta Division on a retake, but Jico with the operator, able to take down Basil. Will, early Hunter's Fury, just trying to draw any attention, but Zambi able to get a good pick for Beta Division. Addison on this flank. But Zambi absolutely coming up huge, able to get 2 picks, pushes to the smoke, tries to go for a third, but is finally taken down by Chris. The spike is held to half. The Spamper has to come through soon. Crisco, how is there still alive? They get it! They get it! They get the spike defuse! Cisco stays alive! The spam throw isn't good enough, and that's 9 for Beta Division! What a disaster!
I mean, it was the perfect situation basically you had for Dinghy. And it fails because somebody sneaks a defuse through a smoke. They didn't have visibility on it. I think they run out of utility. I mean, even you could say, like the Hunter's Fury might have been used too early. You could have used it more for the plant denial or the defuse denial. But at the end of the day, that's going to be another round to Dinghy. It's 9-0.
Again, first picks keep going in favor of Dinghy, 2 in a row, and they still weren't able to capitalize. But this time, Beta Division, Cisco, absolutely huge in that last round. Gets the first pick. It's traded by Shawaz with Zambi's there for the backstab. It's going to be 4v3 in advantage for Beta Division. Knives are going to be popped out. And a minute 12 still left to play, but Asimov goes down. Basil is going to force Addison out of position. Addison grabs 2 picks, but Gragoose is there. Another backstab. Zambi left to hold the site on their own, and it's actually just going to be down to Gragoose. And 1v2. Position unknown. The alarm bot's going to get taken down. Will, very low health, holding this boathouse.
One enemy remains.
And the body's going to be out for Chris. 8 bullets left in the magazine for Gragoose. Doesn't know where this Sova is. Footsteps heard. Will. Absolutely has to be huge, but Will pops out, tries to go for the peak. Gragoose is good for the 3K. And double digits for Beta Division. 10 rounds played on Ascent, 10 rounds won on Ascent. And Dinghy are in shambles right now.
Yeah, I mean, they might have enough money to buy in because of the loss bonus at this point because they've lost so many rounds. It's going to be rifles and light armor again probably, but I mean, the trades are going this way and it's coming so close, I think Chris's shoulder was just kind of peeking around the corner and the top box was blocking his line of sight, which prevented him from seeing as Grey Goose comes around that corner, and Will just being so low comes down to just a huge round again. And I mean, like if you're Dinghy, your spirits are just so low right now. You're just so sad about what's going on. Everything you're doing is working out so well, and at the end of the day, it's just huge plays from the likes of Beta Division's players that are just coming up absolutely massive at the end of the day. But here you go, another fast take is actually going to just remove all players here from the side of the B site, and 2 players advantage is going to be pretty big right now.
Yeah,
as I say that,
Cisco
Basil takes one
through
off
the
the
fall.
floor.
Yeah, Basil absolutely huge and does have that null command for the retake. Is it suspecting someone to be watching an A main and B main, pardon me. But it's a 3v4 retake. Jico very low, but it's going to be the one player not on this site. But Will able to find Gragoose. Asimov able to get a pick, and finally, Dinghy is not going to get shut out here on Ascent. 3 kills for the Jet. And
Last round
we are
before the
finally
switch.
able to say Dinghy gets around on the board. What a good execute onto the site. Able to surround the Killjoy and cut out all that util, and then grabbing the Sova whilst they're at it. Got Cisco and Zambi fall so fast in the fight. There's no tools for the retake as the Sova's gone, and it just leaves the 3 remaining players to just trickle into the site where all of Dinghy's waiting. As we go into this final round, the Beta Division, not worried at all, you know. Oh no, you don't get a perfectly flawless victory, but Schwaz once again, that's his first kill, I believe, 4th or 5th. They've been absolutely huge getting these first blood, but Basil's right there for the trade again. Absolutely huge. Dragoose has the money for the Judge and the Phantom. The space through from Asimov is good. Chico tries to dash onto the site into their own smoke, but Asimov is good for the trade. Now, all of Dinghy is kind of stuck in A main, but does have room to be able to move the spike out of A main, back up, and potentially go for a mid crunch or even rotate onto that B site. Dragoose is gonna use that into in the shadows. Just seeing if they're still in A main, and yes, they will be.
Here.
Spots the Killjoy, spots Chris. With 47 seconds, looking like the spike is gonna stay on the A site. And the rotate, only one rotate's gonna come out. As 3 members of Beta are still gonna hold this A side together. 37 seconds remaining. It looks like A is gonna be the battleground. No one heard mid. No one seen B main.
30 seconds left.
And the smoke's gonna come out. The blind's gonna come out. And it's just gonna be delay. We're inside of Beta Division, but Addison from mid able to get the first pick. A second pick goes in favor of Dinghy. Again, it's a 2v3 finally. Numbers advantage for Dinghy. Basil, Zambi, and a 2v3. Spike goes
Last
down.
player standing.
Positions unknown, but Addison's able to get the first pick of this retake.
Enemy remaining.
Addison tries to go for another one. Zambi comes up absolutely huge. Knows what the 3rd player is potentially. Tap on the spike. The body comes out, but Chris Slayer's fight is good for that. Wins the 1v1. Takes down the Killjoy counterpart. And Dinghy goes into the round flip with a 2-round lead. Well, a 2-round back-to-back. Which is momentum, but a mountain to climb if you're at the side of Dinghy as we switch sides.
It's a start, right? I mean, it's better than going into this half 12-0. So for sure, it's definitely a
Absolutely.
start. Definitely a little happier, you want to say, with how things were going. So right now,
3 sheriffs.
gonna be pretty happy with that. Oh my goodness.
3 sheriffs for the side of Dinghy. Looking like they want to go for either a head taps or if you will, go for this dart and try to get some wall bangs. Might be able to get 1 or 2. The turret's gonna come out. But it's looking like pressure towards these mains giving the name of the game. And yes, that ooh. The Wallbangs is unable to find anything, but Chico here on A main able to find the first kill. The Sova's gonna be down as Schwaz gets another pick, gets 2, finds Gragoose and Zambi both in mid, and more importantly, that's the spike left in tiles by itself. Chris grabs another one. Chico gets aggressive, tries to push through the smoke, but Asimov is waiting. But it's just Asimov against the world. The 1v4 for the Jet of Beta Division.
Yep, not much to do
Minute to
here. I
play.
meit's got a ghost and a dream and a single smoke. We're going to see where this leads them to. As of right now, we'll be able to catch one off guard, and is going to pick that one up, and that should refresh the dash there. But Chris, with a classic, is going to click away, and that's going to be a 3rd round there for Dinghy. So Dinghy, it begins.
3 rounds in a row for Dinghy. After going down 10-0, you know, that's absolutely huge for that momentum shift. But, you know, if you're Beta Division, you're not sweating yet. You know, you have 7 rounds of leeway to just be scared. Dinghy still having a long way to go, but they do have the money advantage. They are going to be able to buy up on this defensive. Ascent is a defense-sided map. And again, this is Beta Division's map pick, right? So, you expect Beta to come out with a victory here on this first map in this series. But Beta, looking like they're just going to all stack towards this A site. It's going to run into 2 members of Dinghy. But they're going to play it slow, play quiet, nothing fast, nothing, you know, super aggressive. A tap on the orb is going to be given to one of the players. No rotates drawn out. All of Dinghy decided just to play really slow, playing really safe. But here, seems like here comes the execute. A lot of util going to be using the blind. And here comes the push. It's going to be the push out, and the kills going all in favor of Dinghy. One kill is going to be given to Asimov, but the Sheriff isn't going to be able to do anything much. 4-player stand for Dinghy, and that's going to be another round on the board.
Don't give them time to reposition.
Excellent stuff for that aggression. Able to get 4 now in a row. 2 on their attacking round towards 11 rounds, 11 and 12. And they won their pistol, they won their anti-eco. Now, if they can win their bonus, that's a ton of momentum. And
I mean,
a
their
big
bonus
econ
isn't even
advantage.
that bad.
No, it's not. Gico on a Marshall, that's going to be your worst gun, technically. It's going to be Will on that area. He's just trying to get another wall bang shot. Empties the max. Not going to find a pick, thankfully. We all know how it feels to get wall banged on ascent. Right off rip. But Cisco looking to get that orb. Trying to build up towards that Hunter's Fury. But it's going to be looking like Beta Division wants its A site once again. Marshall shot goes a little bit wide, unable to find anything, and Asimov gets onto the site, waiting on the rest of the team to funnel out. But first blood is going to be drawn towards the side of Beta Division. Spike goes down. Ooh. But, ooh, Ares, high penetration. It's going to be good to even out the numbers, but the is going to be good. Zambi able to find Addison on that Omen, and now it's a 4v3 health. Absolutely in favor of Beta Division. You can see Will is so low.
Will's just gonna
Basically,
hold it
sneeze
down.
that, he's going to go low.
Enemy down.
Oh, that's a big trade there
Good
as
pick
well.
from this. Yeah, spray from Spectre is really good, but the blind is absolutely phenomenal. Asimov from Hell able to get that pick, finds a second one on Heaven, and 3 members of Beta Division survive as they're able to get to win on the round.
Yep, and there you go. And now it's going to be the buyback in. Full rifles across the board for the side of Dinghy. And we're going to see where they're going to go and set up this defense right now. Beta up 11-4, 2 rounds away from closing out their map pick. They
Sentry.
definitely want to see the. I mean, the defense that Dinghy is about to mount has basically got to be flawless.
Placing alarm bot.
100%. Oh, look, if you look on the side of the ultimates, not really much on the side for the defense yet, but the util's been absolutely good. I mean, you're still a long way away from that Hunter's Fury, but you are gonna have that null command for the retakes, which can be absolutely huge. But Asimov does have the knives if they choose to use it, and it looks like Beta Division is gonna want to push mid this time. So they're gonna hold their Sova towards here, but Schwaz looking to get another first pick. Would have been their 6th, and they're able to spot Asimov. The jet's gonna fall. And Schwaz finds a second, finds a third. Holding down the site perfectly. Zambi finally able to trade it out. And Cisco able to grab another one. And Zambi finds evens the numbers out. It's a 2v2 finally. This duo has been absolutely
Last player
huge.
standing.
But finally Cisco pushes out. Runs into the other Sova. Dart's gonna immediately broken, immediately get it traded. Will finds the Killjoy. And the first gun round of this half is gonna be granted towards Dinghy.
Yep, that's going to be huge. The problem, though, is that the money is not going to be ideal. Dinghy is not going to have the best buyback in this round. Beta Division looks like they're going to go for a bit of a force here. They're going to buy up some stuff, even out some of their money. On the other side, I mean, you're going to see weapons are going to be dropped across. It looks like some light armor. I mean, Dinghy's going to have
they
a
don't
pretty good
even need
arsenal
to
going
force.
into this round compared to the side of Beta. Beta just looking to do as much damage as they can. You want to do what Dinghy was doing to them in the first half. You want to keep the economy low. Make sure they're not able to comfortably buy in every single round. So we're going to see where that's going to take us here as we're going to head into the round.
2 sheriffs for Beta Division, a Vandal, and the Knives out for Asimov. This is a dangerous round. If you're Dinghy, you cannot let your guard down. You can't ever let your guard down, considering you are down 11-5. But so much damage can be done if you're on the side of Beta Division. This time, leaving Asimov to hold B main, just apply some pressure with the knives. Spike looking like they want to push up towards mid. They're going to run into the alarm box, which should signal all of Dinghy that this is going to be a B split. And yes, that alarm box is going to get spotted. The drone's going to finally get broken. And it's going to be the null command, actually. For the side of Dinghy, they're going to do a preemptive null command to stop this B hit, but the spike is already rotating towards A. It's gonna leave just 2 members of Dinghy to hold down this A side by themselves. Jico has to come up huge on this with this Bulldog. The rotates are gonna finally come in as Beta Division wasn't fast enough. Now they're just kind of stuck in A main with 30 seconds remaining. The spike has to be committed here.
And Addison
Asimov
basically he's gonna get a
gets tagged up.
drive-by with the knife.
Spike's gonna be granted. Schwa's able to get the first pick once again. They've been absolutely huge, but Zambi and Gragu able to trade things out. Molly's good, and the kills all go in favor of Beta Division. As I was saying, it is so dangerous. Asimov finds another one. Addison able to get 2 rounds before taken out by the Jet. Spike tries to go down. It is planted very safely. Asimov able to get the 3rd round. Will unable to do anything, and that is match point for Beta Division.
Match point.
It's gonna be match point, and the money is in shambles right now for the side of Dinghy. It's not looking too good as of right now. You're gonna see 3 rifles, 2 pistols gonna be bought into this round. Jico is gonna have knives available. Not much else on the board. It does look like it's also gonna be a very fast B hit. It's all gonna be on Will. Will is gonna have a sheriff and a dream basically. This sheriff spam may decide the round depending on how this goes. Dart's gonna go through. We're gonna see where it lands up. Is gonna have a fellow teammate here to support. There's gonna be the bolt, and there's gonna be the spam. Not gonna land on anybody, and that's gonna be a Killjoy ultimate as well dropped down. But Chris is gone, Will is gone, and with it, possibly the hopes of Dinghy in this map.
Yeah, 2 picks off the for Beta Division. Jico's gonna pull the knives. Knows they have to get a pick immediately. Ooh, what a shot! The updraft, good for 1, but that's all this seems like they're gonna get. Gragoose finds 3 more picks to close out the round.
With Haven, map number 2, Dinghy's pick in the series, and a couple interesting comps coming out here, you gotta say. I mean, you're looking at a Cypher instead of the standard Killjoy you normally see. You're gonna see a Brimstone as well on the other side in Shawaz, so interesting setup that we're gonna see right off the rip, and some early aggression coming out of the gate. Cisco's gonna drop early. Asimov trying to get out as well, and some dropping back. It looks like the brakes have been slammed here for now as I say that, and no, Dinghy decides they're coming right into it.
3v3, make that 2v2. Gragoose and Addison each take a pick of their own, but it's going to be the reaggress, the quick retake for the side of Beta Division on the defense against Dinghy on the attack. Jico able to get a really big pick. The former Jet now on the sky. Zambi falls, and it's just down to Basil versus Jico. Smoke going to come out. Allows Basil to play with a little bit more space. Goes to the edge of the smoke, but Basil good for it. Gets the headshot on the Jico. And round 1 here on Haven goes to Beta Division.
Yeah, that's a start that Dinghy does not want. It worked out pretty good off the rip, and then at the end it kind of fizzled out. And I mean, the 1v2 at the very end, that was a great first shot, but at the end Basil just comes out on top a little bit too good. And that means we're probably going to see 5 sheriffs again for the side of Dinghy going into this round.
Yeah, the quick retake from Beta Division, deciding to, hey, there's still 1 player getting spiked down. It's a 2v2, knowing that they'll have a 2v1. Able to win that 2v1 while the spike is still being planted. And a really great shot coming out from the side of Dinghy, but unable to hold it. And now, going to be Beta Division on this anti-eco. Has the money to buy up, and it's going to look like Dinghy's going to want to push towards B very fast. Blind's going to halt their progress just a little bit. What a good smoke from that Omen, too. I always love a good smokes player. And Gragoose, just a spam through with the ghost, able to find Will. Repeat of Sen, actually. As all of Dinghy just has to back out of the B site. A minute left to play, so plenty of time for the spike to move, but no map control anywhere whatsoever. Yeah, Zambi able to get a pick. Chris able to trade it out, but still numbers advantage, weapons advantage for Beta Division. That Ares might have gotten picked up. It doesn't look like it. No, Asimov is holding that too well. Did opt for the Phantom with light shields. But Schwa is just holding C long. Hasn't seen anyone. Basil just holding with a Bulldog.
Just gonna see. I mean, they should be able to get the
30 seconds
fight.
left.
That will secure some money. And nope. Okay, nope. Never mind.
C.
Absolutely not. But Chris has traded it out earlier.
Last player standing.
shots go a little bit wide. Gragoose with the ghost finds 3 on the round for themselves. They're gonna have plenty of money to go around. 2 members of Beta Division fall, so not a terrible bonus for the side of Dinghy. But Beta Division, plenty of guns to go into round 3. And looking like they're gonna opt to buy in. Gragoose with 3 kills and the save in the previous round means they have so much money that they're able to hand some rifles off to even the
And then
numbers
there's
out.
Zambi.
So,
With a ghost.
yeah. Zambi with a ghost on the road, but that's the cipher. I mean, like, not a lot of util for the fragging potential,
here.
just holding down the sights. Exactly what
Revealing
you
area.
want. Dinghy looking like they want to
There they
get
are.
fast towards this A pressure. Cisco's going to get spotted out, has to push back, has that Silver Dart's going to come up huge. Looking to re-aggress, finds Will on the Jed, unable to win that 1v1. Gragoose able to get 1, but that should be it. Shawaz finds 2, and it's going to be a 2v5 for the side of the Dinghy. 4v2 for the side of Dinghy. The retake coming through for Beta Division.
Remaining.
Not much they can do as Basil falls. Zambi is sprayed through from heaven. And the rifles. 1 for Dinghy. As this is how you want your map pick to go now. A very clean win.
Yep, I mean, there you go. That's going to be really nice play from them to secure the rifle round. Or I guess, well, counter the bonus, I guess, is more accurate. Now we're going to have our first actual rifle round. A lot of light shields being bought in here. It looks like 4 on the side of Beta right now. I mean, it is like an economy thing that I know a lot of teams are beginning to do. So we're going to see how this is going to start off the rip. Gragoose is going to be ready to deny. There's a main control. Right off the rip, the expected dart combo coming through. And it looks like it's going to be another A hit, it looks like. But Asimov going for this early aggression down in sewers is going to spot them out. And they're just going to get out of there. Doesn't take any damage as well. So nicely played and just staying alive. So
Looks for regress. Doesn't have the dash, and they're going to get punished for that. Will's able to find another pick, and 3 kills immediately go in favor of Dinghy. This is exactly what you wanted after such a devastating
Spike
loss
planted.
on Ascent. And they're looking like they're not going to stop anytime soon. Spike goes down. The retake now is to come out for Beta Division. Zambi's going to take him down so very low. And they might opt to want to save these rifles, and that's exactly what's going to happen. Schwaz has the orbital strike. Now, Addison 3 away from the Hunter's Fury. I believe as well that Chico does have the Seekers.
Revealing area.
So, if you're the side of Dinghy, you're absolutely happy. Tying things up 2-2. Weapons advantage as all the Beta Divisions basically going to be stuck on a save. And yeah, what a clean execute from Dinghy. That's twice now. They've just pushed heavy A site. Able to take A main control and then just
A bow and arrow is
burst onto the
old-fashioned.
site, finding the
Sometimes
first
old
2
ways are
picks
best.
and just forces Beta Division to retake with 2 or 3 members remaining. There's that light buy I was talking about. Marshall, a sheriff in the hands.
You're going to see
Not much.
again a bit of a rough buy coming out. I mean, you're going to have those rifles carried over. And on the other side, you're going to see it doesn't look like that heavy A main control off the rip. A lot of pings coming out right now from the side of Beta Division, as I believe they're just trying to get the aftershock off. You're going to see the Cypher is going to be here on B. They know it's here. And they're going to send some utility in, just kind of probing it out. On the other side, though, Asimov with a Marshall has gone very far up long here. So they know it's not going to be A, which means the rest of the team is able to rotate over successfully because they know, hey, there's nothing coming over here. And it does look like a couple players are going to be working their way towards C. And there's actually going to be nobody here. Chico's in a bit of an awkward spot, you could say, right now.
Yeah, the joke's going to spot. Oh, no, it doesn't. Runs out of time, and Chico's going to have a huge flank as the spike's going to be planted on the C. But Basil pops out, able to get 2 picks. Gets the spike carrier, and the Rolling Thunder is available for the side of Beta Division. This eco run can be absolutely huge, but they're holding the angle. Chris able to grab Cisco, evens the numbers out as there you go. Chico on that flank, good for 1. 2v3, Chico good for 2, and it's just Asimov on this Marshall by themselves, stuck in garage. The spike goes down, and they're gonna get spotted exactly where they are. Some damage would be excellent if you're Asimov, but the best you can do is just hold your ground. You're spotted. Just pushing out. Does get the weapon upgrade, but the spam through the smoke is going to be good. Addison finds a kill for themselves. And Dinghy, for the first time this series, will have the lead.
They're going to be more than happy with that situation as well. I'm sure that's going to be rifles bought up again. And I mean, Beta's basically going to be in a situation here where you're just continuously buying rifles until you win a round. And that will sort of break your economy at that point. But we're going to see where they end up taking this. Right now, Dinghy definitely looks a little more comfortable on their own map pick. They seem to be working a lot better. And you have 5 ultimates available across the board. Every player has something ready to go here. And it looks like, again, it's going to be the A main control that they're looking for here. As they're going to be rushing their way up. And it's going to be on Zambi right here. He's going to catch one up and just spam through the smoke. That's the kill. And that's the Cypher play that you pick up this agent over Killjoy for.
The trip of the cage, absolutely perfect. Trips up the jet and then cages so you can't destroy that as easily. Able to really quick first pick for the side of Beta Division. But that lockdown, it's going to be invested for Dinghy. They're just going to want to clear out the side, try to get this spike down for free. Addison's able to find the flanking Basil, but Asimov is there for the trade. And finds Chico holding the flank. So that's the flank gone. But Chris is able to even numbers out. Addison has to understand this flank is coming. Yeah. It's going to be good for one. No. Asimov loses the 1v1. Finds Addison. It's a 2v3 for Cagoose. Does find Shmaz. Orbital Strike is going to be good for one. Finds Chris. Cagoose is only able to get one. Cisco has a 1v2 in front of their hands. Might be able to get one. Is able to get one, but it's down to 5 health. Taps on the spike. Has to get it to half at least. But Addison's there for the pick. Push. Gets 3 for themselves, and it's going to be 4 for Dinghy. The rifle round 1 once again, and Beta Division looking like they're going to be on a safe round.
Yeah, overall, just
No,
really...
nope, they're buying out.
No, I mean, the light shields basically means you just force forever. You just force up like rifles and light armor until you win. And then it becomes a little more of an issue, I guess. But instead, as we've seen, you're able to just constantly buy... That's 3 ultimates invested by Dinghy in that round as well. You had the lockdown, you had the Seekers, you had the orbital strike all used up over the course of that round. Doesn't look like they're going to do anything here over towards A main. They're going to be able to signal that, hey, this is going to be clear. Zambi's going to have a lot of space to move up. But it does look like they're going to be re-aggressing back over here. Jico's going to be here ready and waiting. Going to get some backup from Will as well. And the rest of the team actually is giving up a lot of map control because look at where Basil is as well. Basil's all the way up C main here. Is going to spot this out.
They're spotted. The Stinger, not good enough for a Schwa. Is able to get the first pick on that Brimstone. And it's going to leave the C side relatively open. Cisco having to rotate from window to hold the C side by themselves. Meanwhile, Zambi going to be the last one to hold this A side. Still hasn't been spotted, but holds the Stinger out. I think the timing is just slightly better for Jico. Jico able to bring the numbers advantage to a 5v3 as Asimov pushing up garage, but the spike looks like it's going to go towards A fairly simply. Jico already pushed all the way through B, watching any flanks, any lurkers. Asimov might... The timing...
30 seconds left.
Oh, the timing is so bad for Asimov. Chico holding this B main, able to get the pick. Schwaz finds the second on the round. It's just the Cisco trying to get a shot. Ooh, nice little headshot from Cisco. But Chico's there on the flank. 3 kills for the Sky, and that's going to be 5 on the board for Dinghy on their map pick.
A lot of money in the bank, too. Dinghy's staring down quite the bank. As Beta is going to have to deal with that. You're going to have to win several consecutive rounds in order to get rid of that. So you're going to be very happy right now if you're the side of Dinghy. You're up to 5 rounds now, 5 in a row. And Cisco is going to pull out an op as well. It's going to send that off to the teammate. So Asimov is going to have that handy. Going to be working A-long here with it. And this will be the first time we've really seen it in a bit. On this map at least. They haven't really had the funds to be able to purchase this weapon yet. So we're going to see whether or not Dinghy is going to be kind of clear out, do their due diligence here. Because they haven't seen it. They're probably not going to be expecting this weapon. And it doesn't matter apparently when Jico just guns you.
Yeah, I was going to say, I really love the operator able to hold down this A side or that C side, whichever they choose. But Jico just a little too good. Formerly on that jet on Ascent, so they know those jet tendencies. Able to get the first pick, and it's going to be a quick pivot off of that A site where they're expecting so many rotators. And they're going to go right to that B site. They're gonna spot out the Omen. Chico, second kill on the round for themselves. One away from the Seekers. And gonna be pushing into this B site. Finally taking down Gragoose. Good for one, but it's gonna be that C site where everyone's going. Neural Theft is gonna be available. Gonna spot out where all 4 of these players of Dinghy are going to be. And the Hunter's Fury is going to be really big, actually, delaying so much, but Chris is able to take down the breach with a good watching the flank. Zambi able to get 1, but it's just down to Cisco in a 1v3. Not impossible. We've seen her do unspeakable things, but they're not going to be able to get anything here on round 8. Addison is watching it, gets the Sova counterpart, and that's going to be 6 on the board for Dinghy. And Beta Division starting to lose their footing on this series, and they're going to call timeout.
Yeah, I mean, they're definitely probably not happy with how things are going. That's going to be 6 in a row Dinghy's rattled off right now. They're working the map extremely well. They're making Beta look a little bit lost. They're forcing rotations, rotating themselves. So overall, Dinghy doing a fantastic job right now of just pulling players around the map and winning their gunfights as well. Jico's up to 10 kills already through the 8 rounds. So doing really incredible job. And a lot of these rounds are not coming down to 1v1 situations either. I mean, Dinghy's basically winning overwhelmingly in a lot of these. That's why they have so much money available in the bank. So we're going to see right now, it does look like it's probably just going to be like half buys. I mean, Lasimov has a Vandal. That operator didn't come into handy whatsoever in that round and got immediately shut down. So, I mean, you can't trust Jico to do that every single time, but definitely a statement made in Asimov's mind on this map.
Yeah, you said it best. I think Beta Division looked lost. Dinghy has been absolutely phenomenal, holding and controlling map space. And what they've been really great at is knowing when to aggress, knowing when to play default, when to play slow and play easy default. You know, this A execute's been great, but being able to get a pick and immediately rotate off and pivot towards a different site, or playing really slow, allowing Beta Division to get aggressive and just taking care, winning the 5v1, because that's going to be much easier than trying to run into a site that's clear. As we go here into round 9 now, it's going to be the Seeker. It's going to be invested very early for Jico. Not going to find a terrible amount. We'll be able to spot at least 1% of the C side where they are. Basil's going to get spotted out. But are they going to be able to watch the Cypher? Are they going to be able to see that? Right now, no. The dash gets blocked by their own teammate. The orbital strike is going to be invested to clear out the backside. The spray through brings Will to 23 health as all of Beta Division is just going to run into the C side, and all Dinghy is going to run out. Looking like they want to pivot with just under a minute to go. Chico holding this flank, and yes, Gragoose is going to go down. Falls, finds the Cypher trip, and Chico has been a monster on these flanks. Despite that being your only initiator, hasn't been used for that. Just been using for a lurk. Coming up absolutely huge with that util, with the dog, with the Seekers for selfish purposes, but it's been absolutely perfect in this team style of Dinghy. Another pick, Addison finds Basil. Zambi able to trade it out with a nice headshot onto Addison, but Jico's holding this B site. Gonna hear Asimov. The timing, oh, Jico hasn't got the kill. Spray through the jet smoke, unable to find anything, but Schwartz is there for the trade. Cisco good for 1, but Chris finds Zambi. Cisco finds the second one in a 1v2. Will very low health. Absolutely winnable. Spots the body, and yes, the spray through is good. The switch of the Vandal. The mollies are going to be out and forces Cisco to get aggressive. The Vandal is popped out on time. Chris holds their ground, able to find Cisco, and that's going to give Dinghy up to 7-2 here on their attacking round of Haven.
I just don't think he was expecting Chris to, or Cisco was not expecting Chris to be in that corner. Shot the recon dart out and then was kind of checking Cubby as the gun was coming up, so I gave Chris the advantage on the gun pull-up time. That was going to be a win again for Dinghy, so they're going to up to 7-2. And Asimov, what is this sensitivity? That's ridiculous. I don't know how you play with that.
We're going to see light by again.
Yeah, I mean, a Guardian is going to come out, but everyone else has sufficient rifles right now to be able to work with. So we're going to see, but Will is going to open up again. Cisco's going to go down early, and that was A long. So this A long push and aggression is not working out for them.
Oh my goodness, Beta Division, the kills have not been going their way. Finally, Gragoose able to even things out just a little bit more. finding the lurking Jico, but again, that's just been the lurk. Gragoose is left on a 1v4 practically, and Shawaz is able to pick that up decently. And Spike's going to go down very easily. It's going to be a 4v2. 2 players of Beta Division in for the retake. Within these 2 agents, not a lot of utility to get onto the site other than the smokes.
Not much. Basil's going to be up top with the Guardian as well.
Spots the head.
Spots someone over the top of the smoke. Is just getting all banged by Addison here. He's going to topple right onto the side. Hello.
Oh!
That's 2
Whoa,
kills.
Zambi able to get another one. That evens the numbers out. Addison going to be blinded up. 1 player in hell, 1 player in main, but it's going to be the Jet. Will able to find the Cypher, and Basil goes down to Addison. 2-8. And it looks like Dinghy is wanting to run away with this map. You know, they got pummeled on Ascent and looking like they want in the favor to Beta Division here.
They're trying to do the same. And I mean, there is also a scenario right now where both of these teams make our finals next week. Because they go even. And if they're just ahead of everyone else by that much, both of these teams may be in our final match. So we're going to see how this score ends up. Right now, I mean, you basically need Dinghy to finish basically a 13-5 and return to Beta Division in order, I think, for that to happen. But I haven't really checked all the numbers or anything to see how that happened. But right now, Dinghy's doing their best to try and get in there.
Yeah, whoever has to do this number crunching, absolutely. You know, good luck to them.
That's
Have
called a
Have
website.
a time.
Does it for us.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, the website does it all for
Look at-
us.
Very aggressive pick. I love it. Zambi, however, what you don't love is getting aggressive, trying to find any pressure, but goes down. Basil gets spotted out by Schwaz and Gragoose with the Sheriff. Beta Division deciding to finally save this round, but the Spike's going to go down B side for basically for free. 5 members of Dinghy still surviving as well. It's just going to push the Molly.
That was his teammates
Trying to get aggressive. Yeah. Just trying to get aggressive. They have the ability to. Jico able to find Gragoose over towards that C. Towards that garage. Asimov able to try to trade it out, but it's a 2v4. Marshall's got to get so much done, and the weapon upgrade for Asimov isn't good enough. 9 on the round for Dinghy.
Last round
And
in the half.
last round of the half. All the momentum going in Dinghy. And if they're able to win this round, we're going to have a repeat of Ascent. Which,
definitely
seeing these 2 teams next week, yeah, I would not complain seeing these 2 teams next week. They've been absolutely huge. They've been playing so well. I mean, it's going to be a really pick of who has the better maps. But for both teams, 4 ultimates on board, and the last 2 ultimates, 1 kill away, 1 orb away remaining. It's going to be a bloodbath either way. And if you're Beta Division, you really want to get this round to get some momentum going into the next half, going into your attacking side. Haven. Sometimes an attacker's sided map with 3 sites, you know, defenders have to spread out a little bit more. And Dinghy showing why they want this to be their map pick, showing why they're perfectly comfortable taking the attacking side first. Camera for the side of Beta Division, able to find 1, and Basil spams through the doors. You know, Dinghy broke those, broke the shell casing on those doors. A lot of Basil to spam through perfectly, and that's gonna be the first kill for Beta Division, the first one in a very long time. And that is the spike too. Will have to pick that up. So they understand where some of Dinghy is with 47 seconds remaining. They understand they're still somewhere in B, but does not draw any rotations. Does not draw any huge pushes towards A or C main. And 2 flashes come out from Jico. Jico has been that flanker. 30 seconds remaining. The spike has got to get committed towards this B side or towards the C side. Shot goes underneath the trips and actually misses the jet, so it finds nothing. Yeah, and Asimov is able to get the first pick. Will goes down, the spike planner falls. Asimov gets a second pick, and Basil finds a third one. Nearly flawless round. It's just the Chris to get the spike done. Able to get 1 pick with the Rolling Thunder. It's going to stun Chris up, and Cisco able to clean things up. It's going to be a 3-9 half. Dinghy absolutely showing why they wanted this to be their map pick, but Beta Division at the very last moment able to get a round for themselves, and a clean round at that.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, it was a great, solid round coming out of Beta to close out that half. Ultimates came through, and they just really picked and played off each other really well. I mean, where was that the first half? For like, we missed that for like 11 rounds, basically. Finally got it at the very end. They get their third round. 9-3 curse potentially on the board. We're going to see Dinghy going to do their best to deny, but it will start on this pistol round. And I want to see what Beta Division has on their attack here.
This is gonna be fun.
Absolutely. You're going to see a couple sheriffs for the side of Dinghy. They really do love those sheriffs. They do love those abilities just for the one tap here on the pistols, even if it means, you know, not having as much util. Basil opting for the classic, the light shields, and that paranoia. I don't know how to pronounce it. That word's hard. We'll have that flash. But gonna look like Beta Division wanting to push towards me very silently, but Chico's gonna spot at least one player. Gonna draw the flash out to confirm that there's still one player left. The headbox still in sight. What's gonna help clear out the site that dart is, and it's gonna be all of Beta Division just flooding into the side, but they're not watching. Will finds two, Chico finds one. Asma finally able to trade one pick, but has so much on their hands, and not much for Zambi to do as they're left in a 1v4. Able to dodge the dart, but the spam through the smoke is gonna be too good, and Dinghy go to the double digits.
There you go. The pistol is going to be the statement here. I'm getting curious to see if Beta Division wants to buy in this round. Because you're down 10-3 right now. It looks like it may just be sheriffs. On the other side, Jico with the sheriff. The rest of the team picking up specters and marshals, it looks like, here to start this one off. But overall, really nice play from the side of Beta Division. Just shut that one down, and really good on Jico as well for just staying alive. Like, it was the one person playing on B. Still picks up a couple kills, and it will be a stinger. It's going to be a full stinger buy coming in from the side of Beta Division, and they're going to lose one early. Zambi's going to fall. They do some damage in return, but really just not enough. But actually, Jico is going to be quite low, actually, in the garage as the players are going to come charging out here. Looking to rush over here on towards the site, and Grey Goose is already in.
Oh, Addison able to get another pick to bring the numbers advantage firmly in Dinghy's favor. But two marshals are on the side of Dinghy, so not the best weapons for a retake, but the stingers. And it looks like Beta wants to get really aggressive following this drone. And yes, they're able to get one pick, goes for the second pick, and yes, they're able to get it. Numbers are even now. Asimov actually puts them in completely in their favor. Cisco finds another one, but Will and Addison able to trade things out. It's a 1v1. Addison versus Cisco, and Addison's able to win it. The 3K for the Sova. As Cisco pulls up the clutch. Through the clutch, through the smoke,
Never give up.
through the stun. Absolutely huge things coming up from the Sova of Dinghy to keep them into the round. But the damage that Beta Division were able to do, huge. But they did buy into that round. If you're Beta Division, you are now going to have this half buy or a save. Yeah, it looks like they're going to be completely saving into this round. So if you're the side of Dinghy, looking like you're about to be on match point. Excellent stuff coming out from Beta Division, able to like crunch the C site, push up their garage, push through C main, and get aggressive towards that CT spawn. But you know, Addison just absolute heroics. As this time we get right into round 15. Looking like that garage, looking like that mid pressure is going to be the name of the game for Beta Division. Jico gonna use that flash, spots out at least one player holding there. As it looks like Beta Division are playing this slow despite the weapons disadvantage. Addison gets a little smoke to hold down A main, so no control over A lobby. But it looks like the spike is going to be leaning towards the C side with just under a minute to go. Cisco considering pushing the garage. Stingers, pistols on the hands of Beta Division. They want to explode onto a site again, I assure it. And with 46 seconds remaining, it's going to look like the C side is the favorite. Will's going to have to hold this on by themselves right now. The stun's going to be really good, but Will, ooh, what a headshot. What a shot from Will. Zambi's able to trade it out, but the site starts to
30 seconds.
clear out. It's going to be the kills actually going in favor of Beta Division. The breach, Goose able to get two, going for the flash play, but caught with the flash in hand. Weapon not available, and it's going to be a stinger in the hands of Zambi. A 1v2. The reload has to come through, and the location is going to be known. The spray through from Shawaz. Zambi's pushes out. Match point is going to be given to Dinghy on their map pick of Haven. And as fast as we started, This series might be over already.
It's coming
I know we have a little
right
delay.
through it.
Point.
12-3. I mean, there's going to
Yeah.
be the rifles purchased in for the side of Beta Division. On the other side, you're going to see rifles as well. And a Marshall, it looks like, on Jico.
Yeah.
Ooh, boy.
Will does have knives if needed, and it looks like they're gonna Beta Division one away from the knives as well. As I'm looking at chat, Blob Mouse. I believe in the comeback. Well, gotta believe a little bit harder right now.
Scanning ahead.
Your team is down 3-12, and it's looking like for the first time since the pistol, I believe it's gonna be this A pressure once again. Beta Division have been absolutely great at getting aggressing to the sides, and Grahoos is able to find the first pick. Addison pulls out the Hunter's Fury to just slow down these attackers, but the Rolling Thunder is going to be huge. Might be able to find Addison, and yes, Cisco is able to grab that, and it's going to be a 5v3 advantage in favor of Beta Division as the spike's going to go down. Players watching Heaven as Chris is going to be holding that. The smoke goes down, and now with the retake, Gragoose Aftershock could be huge at delaying these aggressors.
Hawk out.
The defenders
Blinded.
know they're in a very weird situation, but they have plenty of rounds to back up. Chris able to get one, Grave two. That evens the numbers out. 3v3 retake. This is absolutely winnable if you're the side of Dinghy. And just doing damage to the side of Beta Division is going to be all you need, but Zambi's able to pick up two to trade things out. Finds a third. A 3K for a 3K as Beta Division hold on and stay into this series. They pick up their 4th round win.
I mean, that was a huge round to win. It will do, I mean, they did a pretty significant economic damage here, as well as you are going to see it's going to be all sheriffs basically bought up on the side of Dinghy here against 4-5 Vandals. So, I mean, significant damage there. But if you're Dinghy, you have a lot of rounds to give up. You only need to win one. The comeback may be starting now, but you only need one more round. And that's a lot of pressure on Beta.
Yeah, it's going to be looking like this fast A aggression once again, and that's going to be the great side to do it. It's just going to be, was it Addison on that Sova by themselves originally, having to back out on respecting the aggression, and it's going to draw 4 members of Dinghy towards this A site, understanding, hey, we cannot get swarmed. Beta Division, are they going to read this? Maybe not. Chico's able to find the first pick with the Marshall, grabs the headshot. Addison grabs the second one, and Asimov finds 2 kills to immediately trade it out. Basil gets a 3rd kill of the round. Neural Theft will be revealed. Spots the last 2 defenders.
Spike planted.
Just Beta Division. Still
Last player
long ways to
standing.
go. Asimov gets aggressive, finds a 3K, looking for the 4th kill. The flash comes out from Jico, left on their own. Picks Swine and picks Fly. But they have a lot to do if they want to get into the round win. But the crossfire might just be too good. 3 players waiting. Tries to get the first pick. The spray through too good. 4 kills for Asimov in the 5th round for Beta Division.
That's going to be, I mean, 5th
I haven't-
round. We're going to be on all guns, though, now. Chris is going to have that rifle in as well, it looks like. So rifles across the board. And now we're going to see whether or not they can hold the line. There's no ultimates available for the side of Beta Division. Cisco's going to be 1 off, so that's going to be the closest ultimate you got. But everyone else, not really that close to work with. You just had that Rolling Thunder used up a couple rounds ago as well, so Grey Goose is not going to have anything available. And they're going to be walking right into the Killjoy setup here as well, because all the stuff's here. There's 3 players from the side of Dinghy here on this site as they're going to be coming through. Will's going to get out. Gonna get blinded up. I mean, here comes just all the utility dump onto the site, and Will's still gonna find the first pick out of that.
Asimov wasn't able to turn around in time. The first pick going in favor of Dinghy, but Basil able to get 2 kills of their own. Zambi finds another one, but Will's able to trade things out. Grabs the 3K from the self, and Chico's there on the flank. Zambi, 11 health in the dream, able to get the first pick. Finds Will, but location is found. Chico, full health. It's gonna tagged up, but the spray through is too good. Chico able to get the kill, and we finish Haven.